think speed is going to be everything for HR moving forward. And as I think about it, we live in the era of disruption, and organizations all over the planet are being disrupted at a pretty radical fashion. I mean, just look at the S&P 500 index, and at its inception, from its inception to today, the average life expectancy of an S&P 500 company has declined fourfold. And the world is shifting rather rapidly outside. We as HR professionals we could either be the grand enablers of organizational agility and helping organizations to keep speed with the outside world, pace with the speed of the outside world, or we could be the grand stiflers of it. And I think our traditional approach of best practices, one size fits all models and frameworks is a bit outdated. And I think what we need to do now is think, in a much more sophisticated manner than we ever have in the past. We've got to be, I oftentimes describe it as much more bimodal. Like we've got to have a certain system here that helps to drive growth, and we've got to have a certain model over here that helps to drive, productivity and efficiencies. And I think we as an HR organization need to stretch the way we think about internal agile practices so that we can truly unleash people to realize their full potential and move with speed at times. So I look for an HR world that becomes more bifurcated. I look for almost like, I can imagine a day that you'll have a COO for the HR organization. And some organizations already have this, where you've got a person who is helping to manage the daily practices. And what they're doing is helping to keep the core running, helping to make it efficient. And then I can imagine where you've almost got like a chief strategy officer also inside of HR that's helping to enable the future. And it's working more on the edges of the organization and helping to drive the growth engine in such a way that it's moving fast. It's thinking more like a startup. It's iterating, and it's basically keeping pace with the outside world in such a way that people are flexing and following the need, as opposed to being locked into, I don't know, standard compensation systems, standard performance review systems, maybe even standard, competency evaluation systems. So it's almost to me as if you're going to see an HR world that's bifurcated.